Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Death Road to Canada with Dog and Pony. I'm Dog and Pony, this is Death Road to Canada, and as always, if you want to purchase this game, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. We're going to continue our game. It's Ren's adventure on the Death Road. On day 3, the horror continues. Yikes! We are doing okay on food, doing very poorly with gas. We should bring as little attention to ourselves as possible. I agree. The group is about to explore a small house when they notice a horde is creeping nearby. The group will have to hold their ground for a bit before they can escape. It's a moderate horde. This shouldn't be too hard of a siege. Let's just try to survive. Okay, so Ren is still just carrying this broom, but we have a gun ready just in case it breaks, which it probably will pretty soon. Rhea has a gun with no ammo. So I'm going to give her this mop instead. Well, you know, to go along with it. She can pick up some ammo along the way. I wish there was a way, or at least a way that I knew of, to split the ammo between two characters. But as far as I know, that's not the case, so let's just jump right into this siege. Okay, we're going to want to take out the first few as quickly as we can in order to prevent buildup later on, and that'll make it harder for us to take any out. When there's only 4 zombies, it's a lot easier to kill those 4 than trying to kill 4 of them when there are 24 on the screen. It is only a moderate horde size, so none of this should be too terrible for us. Oh. That was just Rhea. Thought it was a zombie because I was only looking out of the corner of my eye. We're over halfway through this already. These sieges aren't too tough. An hour in-game is not very long. I don't know if these get longer the further you get toward Canada. I would imagine that to be the case, or at least just the hordes get bigger and they feel longer. And we're in our last stretch, and the siege is over. You can now try to escape. That's perfect. Take out these last couple zombies here because it shouldn't be too perilous. There's 3 or 4 left here. 2 of them are on the ground already. Gotta try to hit them while they're down so they can't get up and hurt us. There's still more coming in. I think it's safer for us to try to take them out than to try to sneak past them. Now that we're down to... Oh, there's a lot in this room. So let's get Ren to the door rather than trying to save everyone, because this will get us all into the car. Yes, let's go. Ginny and... No, stay and find them. They're right there. They're in the room. Oh, jeez. Now they might die. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. And I don't know what just happened at all there. Ren is dead. Rhea is all alone. This was surprising. Surprising is the only word I can think of to describe what just happened. Everyone else is dead. Rhea's all alone. Okay. This is unfortunate. I don't know where Ren even just ended up, so I think everything of hers is going to be gone. I think it's just not going to exist anymore. We're not going to be able to pick it up. Yes, I want to leave. Jeez. Okay. Rhea's alone and almost dead, but we've got enough food now for 9 days. We're almost out of gas, so this food isn't going to last us very far along the road, but there's a glimmer of hope on the death road thanks to that siege. We're going to have to just get... No. Let's get medical up. Or, better, let's check her... Her medical is pretty bad, so definitely getting medical for us. When it comes to zombie first aid, practice makes perfect. Rhea's medical increases from super frowny to just a little frowny. Okay. I was hoping maybe because there's only one of me, maybe it would be a bigger bonus for that trait. That'd be a nice thing to add in. When you got 3 people, their trait increases by 1, but when you've got 1 person, their trait maybe increases by 2 or 3. I guess it doesn't make too much sense. But Rhea sets up camp for the night after, being sure there's no danger here. She discovers edible berry bushes all around the campsite. The berries wouldn't be a big amount of food for the work and the sleepless night, but every bit could help. We've got plenty of food for just 1 survivor here, so we're going to go to sleep. Rhea really doesn't want to pick berries for 8 hours. Rhea eats a decent meal, lose 2 food. Okay, her health is all the way back up. Thanks to us treating all of our wounds. Rhea is driving down a long stretch of road. No threats on the horizon, but not much else of interest either. You have 16 food left. Unexpectedly, Rhea finds someone she could trade with. Let's visit this trader camp and see what we can get. Oh, I've never seen one of these. This is apparently a functioning Walmart. Everyone's parked and camped up inside it, keeping it safe. Let's talk to each of these people and then figure out what we want to do from there. We don't want to buy a shotgun. We don't want to spend 10 of our 16 food on a gun we don't need. I'm sure we'll pick up some ammo eventually. Right now we do have 0. And that's kind of rough. Ren took it all with her when she died in some mysterious location. A particularly intense-looking woman offers to sell you a spare weapon. I only carry the best stuff. She starts her chainsaw and revs it a few times to emphasize this. You have 16 food left. We do not want any of these because they will eat into our fuel and we don't have much. The parking meter won't, but I just don't think it's necessary, so let's leave for now. This guy seems to be selling shotgun shells, but maybe he has some pistol ammo as well. Rhea sees a gruff man near an ice cream truck. The words ice cream have been crossed off with shotgun shells written in. He offers to sell 5 shotgun shells for every food item, but we don't have a shotgun, so no thanks. Overall, this was not a great encounter for us. It was some well-deserved rest, but nothing else. Let's get going. Hopefully pick up some gas as soon as we can, because we are about to run out. Mission summary, 0 zombies destroyed. Thank you. Yep, we're down to 2, and this car is about to be abandoned. As I said, okay. Leap of faith. Rhea gets sandwiched by zombie hordes. This is not a good encounter for us. Well, on a cliffside road. Without a car, the only way to escape was by jumping and hoping for the best. The fall was painful, but not fatal. Rhea is hurt. Okay. After an entire day of walking, Rhea finds a safe camping spot. She is very hungry, and she eats an extra meal. Lose 2 food. Lose 2 food. Okay. Going through it pretty quickly. And we're moving along pretty slowly. Without a car, Rhea is a sitting duck for bandits. Rhea is ambushed by awkward bandits that apologize for the robbery. They are likely new at this. They demand 6 food to pass safely. I'm gonna fight them. I don't think I can afford to give them 6 of my food when I've only got 12 remaining. So refuse and fight. Rhea knows that every single one of her supplies are essential. She is hurt in her fight, but we keep our food and we do not die. Our health is in a pretty dire situation, but we've spotted a car. I like the deja vu event. Rhea spots a car parked in the middle of the road. They rush over to discover a car that looks suspiciously like the car they started their journey in. Rhea takes the keys that they kept from the old car, and sticks it into the ignition. It starts. Here we go again. I think we picked up some extra gas as a part of that. I mean, we must have because we had none before that. So we've got 56 gas now. Your money versus your life. Bandits catch Rhea by surprise in a really terrible spot for her to fight in. They demand that all food and half of the supplies are handed over. Your money or your life. We're going to run for it. Rhea decides to... We've died. That's what that noise indicates. We are dead. Rhea decides to make a run for it, thinking that the hard-won supplies are worth the risk. The bandits start shooting. Rhea runs a few feet before getting winded. She gets hit hard. Rhea is killed. Okay. That went from promising to very terrible very quickly as a result of that siege. And I thought the siege went pretty well until the very end. More victims for the death road with no one left to drive the car. The journey to Canada is at an end. Dang it. We're going to jump right into a new game because we've got nothing better to do here. So Chantel is a shotgunner and she is civilized. I like her little eye patch. Her buddy is Burgett. With the healthcare perk and a mysterious past. The mysterious past is kind of a detrimental trait. It, I believe, hides everything except their morale, but that's fine. We've never had the healthcare perk as far as I can remember, so let's jump right in. Chantel hears rumors that Canada is a safe place free of the threat of zombies. Hey, did you know that you can switch what character you are controlling in the pause menu for finer control? Yes, I did. Let's hit the road. We know a lot about Chantel, and I'm pretty sure we've learned nothing about Burgett. The group spots a house on the road. It looks fairly quiet from the outside, but looking through the windows reveals shapes lurching around in the dark. It's a mild and calm swarm. It's near noon, and we're going to enter this house. We have no reason not to. All Burgett's got is a frying pan, but Chantel luckily starts with this shotgun because she has the shotgunner perk, and we know quite a bit about her. She's got good wits, good attitude, good composure, good loyalty. I say good, but I mean great. This is the highest possible setting for all of these traits. Her morale's not good, but her medical and mechanical are neutral, and that's better than a lot of what we've had before. As I said, Burgett's got nothing revealed except her morale. That is, once again, a result of her mysterious past. Let's go into this house. Okay, we're not going to bother fighting too many of these guys. We are going to pick up that chair accidentally and take out little red skull guy here. Got a lot of food, it looks like, in this kitchen, so that's nice. We've already picked up 3 and 9 gasoline. I was expecting that to be maybe 2 or 3 more food, but 9 gasoline doesn't hurt. That's almost a full trip's worth. Take this guy out because this is a pretty contained space, so if anyone follows us in here, it could be bad for us. These 2 rooms were both empty. Take him out for the same reason. Go up in here. Just one thing to loot. 4 food from this encounter is pretty nice. That's 1 full night for the 2 of us, and I think we're gonna get a little bit more here. And we got 1 more room off to the right hand side, which is empty, unfortunately. Let's get right out of here and back onto the road. So just to summarize this mission, we got 5 food, 9 gas, and 15 shotgun ammo. I think that might have just been the 15 we already had. I guess I can't be too sure about that, so we'll check our inventory. Huh. Yeah, it looks like it's just the 15 we started with that it didn't really recognize as being part of our inventory prior to the mission starting. We found a big field. The group camps out in a big field. The group eats a decent meal, lose 4 food. Alright, leaving the camp. I hope our morale goes up pretty soon. Is it just me or does Chantel have a period in her name? Like, her name is a sentence. The group spies a city from a distance. There's more undead than usual, but it's early in the day, so they should be groggy, at least at first. It still gets to me that the zombies apparently go to sleep and wake up, and this is a mild and sluggish swarm. When driving, we find an athletic store or a strength and fitness gym. We've done the strength and fitness gym at least twice, so let's hit up this athletic store instead. I bet we'll be able to train our fitness in one of these places. Okay. Here we are. Didn't manage to hit any of them on our way in, but let's boogie. Gonna try to loot every building in this town. This one is empty, save for some debris. And hopefully we get some good loot. This is a pretty big building, it looks like, so I'll bet we'll find some food, ammo, gas. We've already got some ammo, a little bit of gas. We're now up to 10 for the entire game that we found, which is roughly 1 little excursion in our car. Plenty of food. We're going to be pretty safe on food for the time being. At least a few days now before we're going to have to worry too much about that. Medkits are good to have. We haven't taken too much damage yet, but since I'm not very good at this game, everything we can find as early as possible will help us later on. I'm hoping that any day now we make it to Canada. I don't want this to get boring, and I know I'm having a lot of fun, but it could be... I could see how it would be frustrating to watch, for a user to see me being terrible at this game, and I encourage you to pick it up. It's a lot of fun, so pick it up and tell me how quickly you beat it, because I deserve to feel shame. Let's keep going here. Got a toilet with a little bit more gasoline in it, and I think there's a few more rooms. There's a lot more rooms. Nothing in here, but we do have another room to explore. Nothing in here. Going back down. I'll ignore that guy. Looks like Burgett's gonna handle him. Oh, this cabinet looks full. And one food. Okay. An entire cabinet's worth of food is gonna feed half a person for a day. Nothing in here. Pretty soon we should just try to make a beeline right for the athletic store. Ooh, a pipe bomb. That'll be good for us. 6 more shotgun ammo. We haven't had to use any yet, which is pretty nice. And we got a free katana. We've had a katana once before when we robbed a guy with Nilaram back in the day. Hopefully Burgett will pick up some of these melee weapons for herself. I don't need them. I'm full. I got my katana, my shotgun, and my pipe bomb. I'll put that pipe bomb to hopefully good use in the future. And now I do have a reason to pick up a golf club. There doesn't appear to be anything in here. Maybe one of these golf clubs will allow me to train, or this cricket bat over here. Sometimes things look like regular items and then end up being special in some way. I hope it's not something that's like hidden behind one of these shelves and I'm just missing it. Or even worse, I hope it's not something that's just out in the open and I'm somehow missing it. It looks like everything here is just to be picked up. I don't know what the point was of coming into this athletic store. And I'm a little disappointed because I think at the gym we could have worked out, trained our strength. We could have found another The Last Bodybuilder, who didn't seem to do very much for our party, to be honest. I think we are gonna have to get out of here. I didn't find anything at Sports and Jorts worthwhile. Broke my katana and found a golf club, but is that a good thing? I don't know. Hop on into our car here and hit the road. We found 6 food, 2 gas, 2 medkits, and some ammunition. We destroyed quite a few zombies, even though we didn't necessarily have to. Our gas tank is still full. And that's why there's a period, because Chantel has more letters in it. Okay, it's not just C-H-A-N-T-L-T-E-L, it's C-H-A-N-T-E-L-L-E, so it's abbreviated on our car screen. Deer crossing. A deer stopped in the middle of the road. It stares at the car. Let's try to shoot it. Maybe we'll get some food out of it. Chantel takes a shot at the deer from one of the car windows. She completely whiffs it. Her shooting is revealed as being pretty miserable. Oh well. I don't know if that actually used any of our ammo. It is just smooth sailing from now on. I doubt it. The boring stop. The group finds an empty spot along the road that looks as good for camping as any. The group eats a decent meal. Okay. Pretty uneventful. I guess that was right in the title. It said it was a boring stop. They're all wearing sweatbands. Oh no. The last time we had this, we had TLB to help us out intimidating these guys. Bandits appear, all wearing sweatbands and all super buff. Even their dog. They demand protein powder. They will also accept 9 food to pass safely. We don't have enough to give them 9. That wouldn't even leave us enough for a day. But let's see, do we know anything about Burgett's strength? Or her fitness? Neither. But maybe we can learn, so let's challenge them to a pose-off. Burgett challenges the bandits to a pose-off. She's nowhere near the muscle mass of the bandits. She loses the pose-off almost instantly. The bandits take a lot of extra supplies, even ones they don't need, to teach the group a lesson about the weak challenging the swole. We lost morale. We lost even more food than they wanted. Uh-oh. We lost a lot of our ammo and a lot of our medical supplies. We know that her strength is terrible, and we are in very bad shape We are in worse shape than Burgett. Okay. That was really bad, but at least they didn't take all our gasoline. Hey, our morale went up a little bit. I don't know why. Outside of Canada, we use food as currency. We have no food, but we're going to visit anyway because sometimes we can rob a couple people while we're here. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that this time. Let's talk to this guy anyway. Gas for sale. This guy's offering to sell us 10 units of gas in exchange for every food, but we have no food, so our only option is to say no thank you. This rifle-wielding woman claims she used to train others in competitive shooting. It looks like we can use charm on her to get some free training, so let's try it out. Chantel gets free training with firearms. She already feels like a steadier shot. Her shooting increased from miserable to just a little frowny. That's good. There's usually some benefit to stopping in these places, even if you don't have any money. So we've learned that we really should always go here. Is this the right way? I sure hope so. It's a single road going right to Canada from Florida, so I hope we didn't turn around at any point. The King of Sing. The group is looting a city when they run into a man in a gold suit with an incredible pompadour. He is practicing karate moves. He says something that you can't understand due to a harmonious but unintelligible mumble. Let's recruit this guy. Alvis somewhat clearly says, let's rock. Alvis's fitness is very nice. Alvis's strength is just okay and his composure is pretty low. Alvis joins the team. Onward to Canada. I'm happy to have him. We don't have any food, so we're all going to starve to death, but at least we'll starve to death together. Stuck in a ditch. The car gets stuck in the ditch near a crappy dirt road. The group is close to getting the car out when a roaming horde draws near. Now they must distract the zombies from getting too close. This is a siege alert and there's no escape. With a very large, very difficult horde near sunset. Luckily, it's only 0.7 hours long. This is the shortest siege we've ever had. Let's try to survive. Can I tell anyone to rest so we don't have to worry about them dying? No. This is for all of us. What does Alvis have? Nothing? We're going to give Alvis a golf club. Burgett does not need 3 melee weapons. Let's get going here. You should take a couple of these guys out early. Alvis appears to be singing, so maybe that'll keep our morale up. That could be a really big bonus for us, I bet. Like long term, he'll keep our morale boosted if he stays alive. I guess we should probably try to loot some gas while we're here. Siphoning it from these cars is gonna be a big help for us. As long as Alvis and the other one keep up with us and don't get too hurt. Okay, let's try to sneak around here. The crowd is getting pretty big, but any second now, the siege will be over. Okay, I think we just gotta run out into the dark area. Do you want to walk back to the road? Yes, let's hit the road. We found 19 gas. That's a pretty decent haul. Some ammunition. We got back what we lost from those bodybuilders. Let's keep going. We did manage to get our car out of the ditch, but all 3 of us are about to starve. Luckily, there's a glimmer of hope on the death road. We can increase Chantel's strength by 2, or we could just get some morale, which would definitely benefit us, and a random skill gain. I'd really like to learn more about Burgett. We don't even know what Chantel's strength is, so 2 could be good, or we could be at a point where we don't even get 2 because we could only possibly gain 1. So let's do morale and a random skill gain. Every day is a great teacher as long as you don't get eaten. Chantel's morale increases, Burgett's morale increases, Alvis's morale increases. We gain fitness, strength. Burgett's strength went from pretty bad to just okay, and Alvis's medical, oh no, that's mechanical, increases. Okay, and with that, I think that'll be the end of this episode. So that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.